Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to another episode of
Know your buzz.
Know Your Buzz. I'm here with Dean as as always, and we are ready to give you the business.
I'm curious why you didn't say good afternoon, you bunch of drunks. Is it because you've been on lockdown and it's hitting home now?
Yeah.
We are a bunch of drunks.
I don't want to call you guys drunks because I know
Yeah.
that you've turned into drunks. So
Liquor store sales are up 28%.
and consumption is up 56%.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said since March 29th, 28% up. So, wow. Some people are living good.
Yeah.
But it's mostly, and what would you say though? It's like people, it's deliveries and it's curbside. And, yeah.
Here's the other thing too. I didn't realize this until yesterday, but a lot of people, like, we're taking the lockdown pretty seriously.
Yeah.
We're still, I mean, you could measure us, we're 6 feet apart, but a lot of people are taking it really seriously. And I noticed that yesterday, looking at a bunch of people's Easter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that I follow on Facebook and Instagram were doing Easter with their family on Zoom instead of actually being there.
Man, Zoom's blowing up.
I think Zoom actually started this whole outbreak. I think they had a business plan, it wasn't going right, and they just needed something to get everyone connected together through there.
You know, it's interesting that you say that people are taking it seriously. I agree to a certain point, but, you know, it's like, you know, when I go out, I mean, we don't go out. Okay, so let me just back up. We've been doing a really good job with staying grounded and only going out when it's absolutely necessary. But we felt this past Saturday, I think it was, or maybe it was Friday, we felt we wanted to just make a one run to, you know, Costco, pick up the stuff. You know, we wore our gloves, we wore our masks, get our essential stuff. Like, I mean, I would say like maybe once a week we go out.
Yeah.
So we did this. Costco was packed, so that did surprise me a little bit. But what really surprised me was that, and you were with me, we were in an aisle and we saw six Costco employees, and it looked like, you know, they were higher ups too, maybe a couple locals but some management, and they were six of them with their pads. Not one of them had a mask on, and not one of them had gloves on, which I think.
And they were bunched up too. But
yeah.
Social distancing was not a thing for them.
I found that very strange.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how management would you know, corporate would take to that.
I tried to take a picture of it, but by the time I got my phone pulled up, they were already walking away.
Yeah, just thought it was very strange. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
so we want to keep this episode light. We said it last time. We don't want to dwell on what's going on, but we have been thinking a lot that there's got to be, or gonna be, some real changes happening in not just our industry, but in the world after all of this wraps up. And I think that's kind of what we want to talk about today. Not so much on what's going on, but what's gonna happen.
Yeah, what's the world gonna look like when this is all blown over? You know, what's it gonna look like in 6 months from now, a year from now, maybe May 1st? You know, what's it gonna look like? Because there's gonna be, I mean, obviously there will be changes. You know, what will those changes be, and what should they be? I mean, I think those are two pretty fair questions.
Yeah. A good place to start, I think, is restaurants.
Yeah.
Like we said right before we started, you know, restaurants are out there doing their best, or they were before this happened, and they were kind of, I think, going with the times. You know, 6 years ago, a burger cost $8. Right before all this happened, a standard burger and fries at a restaurant was $15.
Yeah, and once again, we're in the business. We're even running our own little program. I'm not going to like floss ourselves, but we're doing our own program to help out where we can to our restaurant partners. But I think where Patrick's going with this and what he means is that there's restaurants out there, and that's, once again, this is an example, that are going to need to sharpen your skills. You're going to need to sharpen your, you know, the product that you put out. The pricing that you ask for,
quality of service.
Yeah, so all of that, and once again, there's we've got our, you know, we have our favorite restaurants for a reason, because we feel like they hit on all those points. But let's be honest, and I mean, let's be brutally honest. There's, all of us can say we've been to restaurants that you walk away going like, wow, my bill for the two of us was $100, and I feel kind of ripped off.
Yeah.
So that's just one example.
Well, real quick, you said we're not going to floss ourselves, but why don't you just give a plug to what we're doing?
Well, so one of the things we thought that our little company, made up of 3 people, could do is, we don't have a ton of money to give back, but we're doing what we can. So it's 2 things we're doing right now. Um, we've issued a challenge to the rest of the local industry, and we are buying 1 gift card a week in the month of April, $100 gift card. So for 4 weeks, so 4 gift cards at restaurants that, and we're asking for people's input, but restaurants that could use the help and could use the plug. At just saying, hey, look, this is what we're doing, this is our foods, this and that. Our first restaurant that we did it at was
Caprese Trattoria in Longmont, Colorado.
yeah, and we chose this restaurant because my wife Jean and I, we eat there a lot. First of all, they have amazing happy hours, excellent food, and the service is fantastic. The wine list is really cool. It's not made up of like high-end Bordeaux's and Burgundies. It's made up of stuff that people on my salary can drink, and they've taken the time to taste through it, and it's affordable wine, but it's really good. So that was the first restaurant we did, and we hope that they benefit from it. We hope that people jump on the bandwagon, go check out this restaurant. Like I said, the food's amazing, and we like them a lot.
Yeah, and if you want to leave a suggestion for restaurants that we can do for the next couple weeks, go on to Instagram.com/cagefreevineyards and leave a comment. The last couple posts have been all focused on this. Go leave a comment at your favorite local restaurant that's probably a little hurting right now with not being able to have dine-in, and we're putting names in a hat and drawing and trying to give back that way. And when Dean says we issued a little challenge to our industry, we want to see other wineries, distilleries, breweries hop on board. These are companies and establishments that have been supporting you for years now, and now they need the help. So turn around, support them. Cage Free Vineyards on Instagram, and honestly, let's try to grow this thing a little bit.
Yeah, and we'll announce our second one tomorrow. We've got it picked out. It'll be on our website tomorrow, who we're supporting. So check in with us sometime.
That's Facebook and Instagram too.
Yeah,
for
so
Cage Free Vineyards.
Check in sometime midday tomorrow and just see who made the list tomorrow. The other thing I just want to throw out there, since we opened this up, we represent a fantastic company called B&A. Their big product is Butternut Chardonnay, one of the fastest growing Chardonnays in the United States right now.
And a favorite on our show.
Yeah.
You guys have seen them before.
Rosé, 100% Tempranillo. They have come up with a really cool idea as well. They've given us a budget, and we went out and we had our actual lady who needed some help. She's made us approximately 150 masks, and then Victoria and my wife Jean, they've made another roughly 50 to 75 masks. So as soon as these get delivered to us, which I think is going to be either this afternoon or tomorrow, we're going to go around to liquor stores, once again our business, and we're going to just drop off a couple masks to every liquor store, and I'm sure everybody could use them, even if they personally don't need them. I'm sure they know somebody that needs them. Mm-hmm. It's not, once again, it's not a big thing, but hats off to the guys at Butternut for wanting to give back, and they're doing this in a lot of communities that they represent, throughout the United States.
Yeah, I think too, with talking about what's happening and changing, I think one of the things that we might start seeing change is compassion.
Yep.
For other people.
Yeah.
You need a lot of that right now, like Butternut's
absolutely
trying to help out. It's not going to change the world, but it is going to change one person's day, one person's week, or one person's month. So I think a lot of people are having to feel that.
Yeah.
And whether they're the ones giving, they might be the ones feeling.
Yeah.
So by the time this is all said and done, they might want to be the ones giving.
Yeah. And just last point on this topic, they're not saying go out and have a liquor store, bring in their product and they'll give them 2 masks. Mm-hmm. They don't care. If you carry their products, great. If you don't carry their products, that's fine too. Whatever. I mean, they're even saying that, hey, it doesn't even have to be liquor stores. If you see somebody in need of a couple masks, or some establishment in need of a couple masks, maybe it's the pawn shop down the road, whatever. So, once again, hats off to those guys. Great company,
Yeah.
great wines.
Aside from, we still have work to do. We're quarantined at home. We still have work to do with emails and conference calls, not taking up as much time as we thought. What have you been getting into?
Well,
you were telling me about something this morning.
Getting into as far as
not liquor, hobbies, things.
Working out.
Oh no, reading.
Reading. Well, I've done a lot of reading for sure.
Yeah.
Downloaded several books on my iPad. You can only watch so many. I finished Netflix last week, so so I can't even watch
all of it.
I can't watch that anymore. Now, I've been doing a lot of reading. I like to read kind of self-help books. Tim Ferriss is one of my favorite authors. I like to follow him. He's a really smart guy, and he's got some really good topics. Been working out a lot.
And I only brought that up because I just wrapped up a book last night, and you can't see it on camera, but on our desk setup back here, I have a book that I just was staring at I'm going to start probably tonight or tomorrow. So
yeah,
it kind of made me think that how Starbucks saved my life. Talking about the compassion and things like that, I think that's a perfect book to start right now.
Yeah, that's a good read. Kind of short, but it's really, really fun read.
Yeah.
So, like thinking about how the world's going to change also, like I think about airlines and hotels.
Movie theaters.
Great. That's a great point.
I think that we could, it's a bold statement, but I think we could potentially start seeing the decline towards the end of movie theaters. Xfinity is now offering all movies that were going to be or already in theaters on your home TV.
Right.
I mean, it's not a long shot to think they had that technology, but now we know they do.
Yeah.
So once all this is over, who's going to want to go to a theater and pay $54.70 for a small popcorn?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and to that point, like, I know that everything there, or not everything, but a lot of things are economies of scale. So so some places have to charge these prices, to prove their existence. So I get that. Sometimes you look at, like, what's a good example? I can't think of any great examples off the top of my head, but I do think of one right now where, Vail Resorts in Colorado, they've had to lay off a lot of people, and I was told the CEO gave up 6 months of his salary, so good for him and this and that. But how's Vail going to look next year? Are they going to charge $7 for a Gatorade and $15 for a hamburger at the top of the mountain? Because I'm guessing they didn't have to charge that. And is $50 parking for a 24-hour parking? Did they have to charge that? I don't think so. And who can afford to pay that? I can't.
I think about when I was younger and we used to go skiing and snowboarding, it would be like a treat to get chili fries. Yeah. If you go 3 times in a month or twice in a month, you might get chili fries one of the times.
Mm-hmm.
And now people coming into town, equipment rental.
Yeah.
Ski. What did you say the average lift ticket for Vail was?
Well, it was $179 is if you just walked in off the street to buy a lift ticket at Vail this year, it's $179. And that's not peak, that's non-peak. So, I mean, I don't know.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You got a family of 4?
And here's another one. I like to play golf. I don't play golf anymore, but I like to play golf. I always think that's my motivation. I'm working hard right now so that in a few years from now, I can go back to playing golf. I used to belong to a country club in Colorado, an inexpensive one, a great value, but country clubs, when this is all done, are they going to have to sharpen their pencil? Like a membership that was, call it, I don't know, $4,000 a month. Is that going to be, $2,000 a month now? I mean, that's another example of what's going to happen.
And to recoup money, or some of these more private ones going to have to open their doors up a little bit more for people.
Yeah. I guess that wouldn't make the members very happy. I heard that the golf courses are starting to open up again, though.
Yeah, Arizona made golfing essential. Also, baseball's back. Baseball it's either, have they started? or they're starting.
I don't know.
It's either already back or it's going to start in Arizona. All teams are going there and playing games and practicing there.
So they're gonna stay there. They'll play without fans then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna be so interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's how the UFC is going to do it too.
Wow.
No fans, just for baseball, just the players and the announcers and referees.
So
referees
in baseball,
yeah,
umpires.
Yeah. In the stadiums, and yeah, no fans, just broadcast on TV.
He got so pissed off at me a few years ago because he told me that I never taught him to play baseball when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there was a couple things.
Yeah.
I've learned to move past it. I'm okay now. But yeah, baseball, UFC is continuing. They were supposed to have a fight last Saturday, but they last minute all got canceled. But they're doing everything in their power to start these things back up. The NFL has announced that they're going to start on time. Draft is 11 days away.
I just watched a UFC fight on YouTube. Silva, remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that guy was great.
Yeah.
I just watched. He just demolished somebody in like a minute and a half.
The old UFC is fun to watch if you're not a UFC fan, because the old UFC didn't have weight classes as strict as they do now. So you might get
right
a big dude against a little dude.
Are you allowed to hit somebody in the back of the head? I thought you weren't.
I don't think so.
Because he was.
Maybe the rule has changed.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but man, he has amazing knees.
Mm-hmm.
He was giving those knee shots like crazy.
Remember I showed you that video yesterday of
Khabib?
Khabib?
No, Khabib,
yeah. Strong right hand on Conor McGregor. But I'm excited for sports to come back.
Yeah.
We're itching for sports so bad. We said next time we get together as a family, we're just going to replay old NFL games.
And we're going to bet on them. Are you...
I'm struggling with how we're going to do odds, but we'll figure it out.
Are you more excited about going to a sporting event or going out to a nice restaurant?
I got to go with restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant and bar.
Yeah.
I miss the bar up the street from my house so bad.
Yep.
I haven't seen a biker fight in almost a month now because I can't go there.
Don't you think that kind of like just makes it valid that people really do like to people watch?
Yeah.
Because what is going to a bar? I mean, I've got an island in my kitchen where, probably 5 times a day, 5 times a day now I sit and have a drink. No, I'm just kidding with that. But we can sit at the bar and have drinks in my kitchen.
Yeah.
But it's, it kind of just shows you that when you go to a restaurant, it's like, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Looking around. I assure you that my wife is, one of the greatest chefs on the face of the earth. I'm a little biased, but so her food's amazing, but I still like going to the restaurants to get, You're
just looking for that questionable meal. Is it going to be good?
Yeah.
Am I going to get a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss going out. It's just the general interaction with people.
Right.
Yeah. You're at the bar, someone waves, you wave back, they go. Not you.
Right. The other.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, at least I had some interaction.
Sounds like someone had a bad experience.
A couple.
Yeah, okay.
But I am excited for sports too, especially NFL.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure.
The draft is coming up.
Hockey, the Masters was this last weekend.
Do they reschedule things like that?
They rescheduled the Masters for, I want to say October, but maybe I'm off on that. But I think it's October. Yeah.
Is that the Masters you get tickets to, right?
Well,
like you can buy tickets to them? Or?
Well, the Masters you have to actually get in a drawing.
Oh, okay.
You can't,
but so the people that had the tickets to this, they'll be refunded?
Yeah.
Or
Either
refunded or keep the tickets for the next thing?
Yeah, they don't have any problem selling out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I'm really excited for is comedy shows to come back. I had 3 tickets or like 3 sets of tickets to shows since all of this happened.
Yeah.
One comedian said he's just not going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 said they'd be back and they'll refund tickets or reissue them, but that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah. So, what do you think about from a health conscious? Are people going to, after this is all over, they're going to say, "Hey, you know what? Like, let's start getting healthy again. Let's, take a little better care of ourselves."
I could wrap that up into two categories, though:
Okay.
health and money.
Yeah.
I think people are going to
Right.
start being healthier
Yeah.
because they're going to realize that maybe I didn't have to be as scared of the virus as I was if I was healthy, working out, building lung capacity instead of sitting around. And then money too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people panicked and got paranoid that they were going to have to stay home for anywhere from 1 to 3 months. I think it's going to put into perspective for people that savings is a lot more worth it than a Gucci belt is.
Yeah.
Save that money in case something like this happens again.
One of my buddies from Canada said that they released a statistic in Canada that the average Canadian was 45 days without getting a paycheck from being homeless. So, I mean, that's scary, and I see it. I mean, I gotta admit, I'm not far from that probably. Yeah. I don't know how many months I could go without a paycheck.
Yeah. Well, and you never know if the unemployment or any of the plans that they're trying to put into place will actually pan out.
Yeah.
So I think, at most after this, I think a lot of people, as long as they're thinking, are going to have 1 month.
I got to salute, though, the banks and, some of these companies that are, getting an SBA loan. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's out there, it's out there. They're forgiving debt in a lot of situations. My mortgage company actually came to me and said, "You can forego 3 months of mortgage payments." That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. They're not, you do have to pay it still, but they're gonna put off for 90 days. That's really good. And, good for them.
I think. And with that being said, though, a lot of people couldn't make those payments.
Yeah.
So I think that's saving a lot of people from, who wants to tank their credit score because of something that we couldn't, we had no idea was going to happen.
Right.
So
one of the things about being homebound all this time is I'm running out of things to drink. No, not running out of things to drink. I have a ton to drink. That's not.
And he's had a ton to drink.
Yeah.
We didn't film it, but it was before this episode.
Yeah. But what I meant is that, I'll get into the kitchen at 6 o'clock tonight and I'll be wondering, like, I'm sick of drinking a beer. Or I'm sick of having a glass of wine. I want a mixed drink, but, I don't have a gin and tonic. I had that last night, or I had that for breakfast. And it's getting to the point now, it's like, I need something different to drink. So hit us up on on our website and give us some ideas.
Know Your Buzz, Instagram. We're when we're here and we're doing this, we obviously want to promote Know Your Buzz, but another way to get in contact with us, because Know Your Buzz isn't on Facebook, hit us up on Cage Free. We're checking that daily also, but let us know what you're drinking. Let us know your favorite cocktails. Give us some ideas. Next week we're kicking around the idea of setting up a little makeshift bar here and twisting up some cocktails.
You had a rum and coke last night.
I had 2 rum and cokes last night.
Yeah.
I had a Bacardi 8-year and Coke and a Bacardi 10 and Coke.
Yeah.
At first I didn't think there was a lot of difference, but then I realized the 8-year with Coke is a lot better.
Yeah. I love rum and cokes, but I don't drink cokes, so I don't drink them. The only time
he has rum and
rum. Yeah. When I go back to Canada to visit my parents, my dad's a rum and coke drinker. It's all he's ever drank. It's all he ever will drink. So I usually have a couple with him. But other than that, I don't drink Coke. So
yeah, you're good at staying away from sodas.
Yeah. And I like whiskey and Coke too.
I go for a whiskey ginger over a whiskey Coke.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
But
I can do ginger ale. I'm realizing I can't do ginger beer.
No,
it's too spicy. Like, ginger beer out of everything probably gives me the worst heartburn.
Yeah. I just thought of something. I'm gonna have a gin martini tonight.
Ooh,
yeah,
very
I'm gonna
cool.
have a gin martini.
You guys have olives, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. All right, very cool. Well, we're I don't want to say we're running out of ideas for topics as a whole, but a lot of what we like to talk about on the show is things we see and hear when we're out working and doing stuff like that. And we don't know how long we're going to be locked down. So in addition to sending any ideas for cocktails, send any ideas you want to hear us talk about.
Yep.
We've got some time to do some research. It might be wrong because we use Wikipedia a lot, but we'll do our research on it and get on here and
let us know.
Yuck it up about some things.
Let us know. We like doing this a lot. We try to keep it light. I feel like that each week we maybe are a little more comfortable doing these episodes. So yeah, we'd love to get some feedback from you.
I felt like we did really good at getting comfortable on audio. And then we got video.
Right.
And it's like been a whole new, okay.
Right.
Now they're seeing us. We're also working on setting up a couple new camera angles in the room too. So one of the tough parts is we look at each other when we talk without remembering the cameras over there.
Right.
So we're going to try to have cameras so that when we look at each other, we're still looking at you guys and you don't feel like a third wheel.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, it was fun.
It was fun.
What?
I've been trying to tell Dean for weeks about how spicy this salsa was. We've got it here if you want to try some.
Give me one. Hit me.
This isn't... So, for anyone who watched that sauce episode, this one that I have for him to try is the Denver Love. So you'll remember it was the fourth hottest one we had, so we're not gonna torture him.
I'm already salivating.
And I got a cup of water there for you too.
Yeah.
So
should I hold it over a Chiefs poster?
I don't want that on. I don't want to stall.
Would you rather get it on the carpet?
So I'll do one too. I'll show you how much I'm gonna put on, and then you can. Oh, yeah, that was a bit.
That's more than you wanted, isn't it?
But cheers. Maybe by the next couple episodes, we'll have him up to having a dab of the end on his. But
cheers.
Cheers.
I'm out. Oh my God.
Yeah. So to everyone watching and to you, that was the fourth hottest one.
Holy hell.
So that's what that episode.
Hiccups already.
Immediately.
Oh.
Yeah. This.
All right, everybody.
Well, cheers. This is Know Your Buzz. We're out.
Have a great week.
Ooh, it's warm, isn't it?